Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about Cardano. What's been happening with Cardano? What's the latest news? What can we expect to happen next? What's going to happen with the bear market? And so on. So guys, if you don't want to miss any of that important news, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment your thought below so you don't miss any of that important stuff. Also, on a side note, make sure you check us out at PTGR so you don't miss any of the important stuff. Let's not waste any more time and check what's been happening with Cardano. Like the crypto market as a whole, it's been on a free fall and it's been very hard to see and very very sad to see as well. So what we see is what is that basically Cardano last year in September was near the $3, right? And that was driven by a very sharp bull market, but as well as very positive sentiment. And what we are seeing is that it has gone down, testing different resistance level zone, and got down lower and lower. And now we are below 50 cents, right? We're testing at 0.49 cents right now. And what we are seeing is that the bears are taking the upper hand, right? We've been testing these levels, but the bears managed to keep the upper hand. And what's important is that's driven by many factors. But on the positive side is that Cardano is seeing institutional inflow for four reasons. The main one is community. And like we talked about, Cardano has been slushing in terms of price. The price constantly is going down, yet the community remains so strong. And that is one important driving factor that I believe why Cardano has potential to go back to these highs of $3 and even reach the $10 valuation that we predicted many times in the past, right? I think that in the next bull run, we'll be able to surpass the old all-time high. And that will be driven by main factors. And the main one, like we said, is community, right? The fact is that according to a DA Whale, a Cardano community focused Twitter account, there might be other reasons for Cardano's price increase in the previous weeks, aside for positive expectations surrounding the upcoming Vasil hard work, but ADA Whale cites other reasons such as the on-off chains, faulty staking mechanism, VC dumps, and over-leveraged chaos elsewhere behind. Sorry. As we can see, a tweet some of the pump ADA has seen in the last week versus ETH and BTC is probably because of the Vasil hard fork, sorry, but starting to think that it's not an insignificant part, but of it is also people leaving then the on and off chains. Sorry for that. The on and off chains faulty staking mechanism and the VC dumps, like we talked about. There's also Alex, which talks about has anyone started a list of who's directly affected. I've received DMs from multiple people, team who lend the money, but I'm not gonna share any names before they give consent. So there's blockchain analytical firms Nansen that says that 3AC's lenders continue to come forward as the fund which handled 10 billions in assets in March failed to fulfill margin calls and so liquidated its cryptocurrency holding. And since Celsius, the embattled cryptocurrency lending platform, announced on Monday that it has suspended all withdrawals, adding to the market already stressed state. Concern about the firm's solvency has been raised since the value of the asset has dropped by more than half since in October. Now, what we are seeing is these companies, all these lending companies, we're seeing a lot of pressure, and we're seeing blood in the street because these companies are not able to fulfill their contract. They're not able to fulfill. Their position, which is forcing them out of their holding. And this is leading to even more fear because we're starting to doubt their solvency, and we're starting to see, are these big companies actually well managed, or is this kind of a Ponzi scheme? So Cardano is still one of these projects which is just very community driven, and we are seeing that Cardano has potential to do in the future. Another one is that Cardano's founder talked about that Cardano needs an army to change the world, and the fact that it's not a race but rather a marathon, in the sense that Cardano's growth is slow, and even though we've seen drastic fall, we are still we are still a great project ahead, in the sense that Cardano has great utility, and it has and it has yet continued to suffer from criticism, and the most significant one being its comparison to a ghost chain, which is that Charles Hoskinson, which is the founder of Cardano, feel he has the paramount job of defending the Cardano network. He stated on Twitter that I've always felt where there is a microphone and an audience that it's an opportunity to win some hearts and mind, and Cardano needs an army to change the world, and we aren't going to build it only talking through the blameless and pure. So in response to tweets, he's basically saying that he's trying to protect the network, and I do believe that Cardano has potential for the next bull run, especially by the fact that Cardano's creator is publicly behind all of this, and he's not ashamed or scared to come forward and give interviews. I mean, we saw it recently. He's very, very active on YouTube. And what's interesting is that he's updating us with what's happening with the project, right? And that's what we need. We need transparency, but we also need honesty. Another thing is that Ledger deeps dive into the world of Cardano and its native coin ADA. And what we saw is that the day after hardware wallet maker Ledger added support for ADA to Ledger Live, its software for managing digital assets on Ledger devices, the Paris headquartered firm took a deep dive into the world of Cardano and its native coin ADA. So for 4 months you have asked when ADA, yesterday finally answered now. And so what's interesting to see is that they looked, and the video they did was really interesting. I really recommend you go look at it. I'm not going to play it now, but they talk about what is Cardano, what are the upside for Cardano, and what can we expect to happen next. There is a unique proof of stake consensus protocol that is called the Autoboros to secure its network, and it's special because it's the first probably secure and academically reviewed consensus protocol using this consensus mechanism. Gives Cardano a number of advantages over other blockchain projects, right? And another one is the energy consumed by Cardano is 99% less than the majority of other blockchain. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, guys, in terms of energy consumption, it's terrible. And for its long-term sustainability goals, it is very bad at fulfilling those, right? And so Cardano is tackling this by being 99% more efficient. And although Cardano is not known for featuring NFT, it is still clocking a huge volume and could be a space to watch in the future. And also you've got Cardano's DeFi ecosystem is also rapidly expanding, bringing the vast option of decentralized finance to new audiences thanks to its minimal gas fees. Also, gas fees has been terrible review by its Ethereum holders, which are tired of paying very expensive fees. For example, when you're trading an NFT on OpenSea, you can pay on the upward 100 to 200 gas fees, and so you end up paying ridiculous fees, and people are getting tired of that. So it's also pretty convenient to stake Cardano because there's no lockup period, and this is good, especially in these extreme fear time. If you look at the crypto index right now, fear index, you can see that there's extreme fear. So there is no lockup period, and that's also one big positive. And Cardano is leaving no stone unturned to establish itself as the democratic, energy efficient, and accessible crypto blockchain in the crypto space. Another news is that Cardano gains 2 billion inflows in the last 24 hours despite the market sell-off, and that means you're seeing community still coming in and protecting the project. Is that you're seeing an interesting turn of event because it shows that the native token Cardano has been holding up tightly amid the global cryptocurrency market crash. And so what you're seeing is that the market capitalization of ADA climbed from 15 billion to 17 billion, adding over 2.1 billion in the current market uncertainty. And meanwhile, the volume of BTC and ETC continue to trade in the red, falling further by 77.45% and 4.23% respectively. So Cardano is not actually following the path of Bitcoin and ETH. We are seeing that positive sentiments towards Cardano, and one of the main reasons, like I talked throughout the video, is community. And the last news that I want to talk is that Cardano's decoupling sets it out for massive bull rally as pundits envision a $10 ADA price. Now this is very optimistic, but we do need this optimistic approach in this pessimistic time and in this bearish market. But what's been seen is that the global cryptocurrency market was down to 1.4 trillion, which was a far cry from a November high of 2.9 trillion as of the writing. But the total market valuation has plunged further to 890 billion according to CoinGecko. However, the attempt to stabilize the price remain repressed by continued geopolitical qualms, a bear fight against ballooning inflation figures, as well as regulatory uncertainties. That said, what they're talking is that Cardano seems to have decoupled from general market weakness, signaling that it could be prepping for an enormous recovery since tapping an all-time high of $3 last fall. Cardano, which is the 7th largest cryptocurrency with a market cap of 15.9 million, retraced about 86% to 0.40 cents in May 2022. And this shows that currently more than 1,000 projects are being built on Cardano, with the largest share being non-fungible token collection. Other projects include stablecoins, lending protocols, startup incubators, DeFi protocol, and decentralized exchange, among others. And the numbers of ADA's wallets has also surged past 3.5 million, inching closer to Solana. So these are great sentiments and why people are still putting prediction on the upside for ADA, even though we are seeing it on a downturn right now. So guys, if you don't want to miss any of that important news, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you check us out at PTGRAG, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.